Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the Tarot Collective for today. Today is Wednesday. It is August 13th, 2022. I heard September 3rd. September 3rd. I want to say September 2nd is my grandfather's birthday. Maybe it is the 3rd. I'm going to have to look into that. He passed on a few years ago. You may follow me on the Talk, the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you, okay? We're going to use Intuitive Almanac by Rob Barthelman. You can find this at My Intuitive Intention on Etsy. If you go to his website, which is intuitiveintention.com, it will send you to the Etsy shop to make your purchases. Okay. Today is Rob Barthelman Day. He only has tarot decks, like Oracle mixed in with the tarot. So there's one deck. And then if you guys follow, subscribe for the collective today, I'm going to use the Urban Crow Oracle. And I'm doing the readings kind of early because I'm going to be busy for the rest of the day, probably. But if for some reason I have time this evening, I might do another tarot reading with Rob Barthelman. Maybe. We got 2 on the table. Okay, now they're just falling out of my hands. It's interesting. We got 2 kings on the table. 4 on the table. And if you guys remember, Intuitive Almanac is seasons. So instead of swords, there's summer. Instead of cups, there's winter. So just... I don't really care which one equivalates to which one equivalates to the other. Equivalates, whatever. It doesn't matter. Spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Someone's making a decision. Someone's coming to like a conclusion about something, and someone's going to make a decision. 2 more shuffles. And, you know, I would say listen to your intuition, go with your gut, look for signs, synchronicities. But I don't think I say it often enough. And I probably don't even say it unless it's in the reading. This is giving this in this reading. Don't forget your heart space. Don't forget your heart space. Because like I've told you guys before, if you make a decision based on your heart, right? And you're like, oh, I love them. I want to be with them. Let me go towards that person. And like a month later, you realize that person's shit, their relationship is shit, and you want out. You're not married. You don't have kids. You're not living in their house. They're not living in yours, hopefully, after a month. Leave. And I'm not talking about abusive situations, right? We've talked about that before. A normal, basic situation where you realize that person isn't for you, that relationship isn't for you, get up and leave. Friend, lover situation, it doesn't matter. Get up and leave. It's okay to follow your heart. It is okay. And I know people will be like, yeah, but I don't want the heartbreak. Honey, how many times has your heart been broken? You think one more is going to kill you? I feel like one more heartbreak is what's going to make me that much more stronger. It's going to make me write that 3rd book. It's going to make me plan a trip to Greece or Japan or Hawaii. After Italy, of course. I don't think, honestly, I don't think any more heartbreak could faze me. Not one fucking bit. I'm just saying. 46 years of heartbreak it's a long road. One more heartbreak, what does it even mean? I'm just going to take that energy and transmute it for myself. I'm just going to make myself a better human. Just saying. Sorry, I got a little raspberry licorice in my teeth. I went to look to see for my watermelon licorice. It's now $5 a bag. $5 a bag. It was on sale. I think it was for, was it $2.99 or $3.99, I think? A few weeks ago. We got 5 with bottom of the deck. And I found a different brand there, so it's like more all natural. Not that the other one was bad, but and it's a little like sweet and sour, and it's raspberry, and it has almost like a cream in the center. It's actually really good. The flavor is really good. We got 5 with bottom of the deck. I have the door open and the cats are loose, and Bubbles is irritated because he's only been fed twice so far this morning, and he's looking for a third. Stop. And we both know you can go drink water out of the water fountain or the glass bowl that I bought, but you're stubborn and you won't. So I guess you're going to miss out, because I had the water running for 3 hours. I had the water running, and not once did he take a drink. Not once. I know. You're horrible. You really must hate your mother. That's the Jewish in me talking. And I'm not even Jewish. All right. We got 5 on the table. We've got King of Water. We've got King of Summer. We've got the Knight of Summer. We got the 2 of Winter. And bottom of the deck, 4 of Winter. Winter and summer. Winter and summer. Pardon me. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Somebody just needs to trust in themselves. With this 2 of Winter, somebody just really needs to trust in themselves that you're going to make the right decision in the here and now. You can't predict a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, right? When I met my ex-husband and I fell in love with him, I never ever thought that we would get married and 7 years later we would be divorced. I never thought that. That was never in the back of my mind. That whole situation really made me recognize my intuition, my gut feeling, the signs and the synchronicities from God, my angels, my ancestors, my dearly departed loved ones. Because looking back after it all happened, it was all there. Now, what I'm saying is, I don't regret those years with him. I was in love with him for a good chunk of that, a real good chunk of that. It was only like maybe the last 2-3 years, and we were together for almost 11 years. It was only like that last 2, maybe 3 years where I just really lost interest. I really became disinterested in taking care of a giant man-child, even though that is literally what I signed up for. Even though I knew what I was getting when I got into a relationship with him, as most women do, and I've said this before. A lot of us think like, oh, they're going to change for me. No, they're not going to change for you. They might change for themselves, which they should if that's what they want to do, but they're not going to change. And no one should ever expect them to change either. That's the other thing. It's not somebody's job to change for you, ever. Just like nobody should ever expect you to change for them. That is highly ridiculous. That is like almost insane, really. Somebody needs to have trust in themselves in the moment. You can't predict the future, but you can live in the now. And you have to go with your instinct, your gut, your mind space, your heart space, okay? and just live for now. Whatever happens in a year, that's what happens. And like I was saying, don't be afraid to trust your heart space. Don't be afraid to listen to your heart. Like, what is it telling you? We all have a past. We all have triggers. We all have situations that we've been involved in. And when we get confronted with them again, we get antsy, right? You gotta listen to it all. Whatever you got going on in there, whatever you're telling yourself, whatever God is telling you, you need to listen. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with following your heart in the moment. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know, people are so afraid of failure. What are we afraid of failure for? Why? Why are you afraid to fail? People are even afraid to succeed. People are even afraid to succeed. Like, really think about that. Like, the world has us doing the most in our head. The devil's got got all of us caught up in our headspace. And that's sad. That is so sad. Hey, Bubby. Did you go find a water source yet? You gotta water those kidneys. Yeah? You just want loving and food. That's all you want. That's all you care about. I can tell. I know. I can tell. Pardon me. There's always going to be a time to reflect on the past, to reflect on your actions. The thing is you need to live, somebody needs to live in the here and now. You can worry about the fallout later, but live in the here and now because, like I said, you never know what tomorrow will bring. You never know. Hopefully, good stuff, right? Hopefully, all your dreams and manifestations come true. That's what I would want for anybody. Pardon me. If this is a relationship someone's getting into, somebody's debating, just remember you should always be putting yourself first. Always. And I also don't want to hear it. I am so. I don't want to go into a long tirade, but I am so sick of seeing videos on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, where usually women, but it could be men too, get in relationships with other people. And all of a sudden, when they get in a relationship with some other person, that's it. Their children mean nothing to them. You got parents out there abusing, raping, murdering their children, all because they got into a relationship with someone that was like, yeah, I don't like your kid. I don't want your kid. And I don't even know why I'm bringing this up. It's just, please, 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 when you get into a relationship, take care of yourself first, take care of your children, and that person you got into the relationship with, they're last. And I don't give a fuck if they have something to say about it. If they don't understand the hierarchy of a family dynamic, then tell them to hit bricks. Because mamas should always protect their cubs. Those mamas and daddas, right, that don't protect their babies, those people piss me the fuck off. And I'm not going to lie. I came from a situation like that. I did. It pisses me the hell off. And the sad thing is growing up, I didn't even see the worst of what could happen to a child in that situation. I didn't even see the worst. Mine was mine was abuse light compared to some of these other children that like get murdered by their own parents, by their own mother, their own dad, because they just don't know what it is to put their kid first. Then you shouldn't be out there fucking around. Keep it in your pants. I'm so tired of people. So tired of disgusting people. And here I am not having children because I'm afraid to pass on a mental disease. Depression, bipolar, all that jazz. Here I am not having kids because I want to save my children from that type of life. And here's these people giving birth to kids and abusing them and not giving two fucks and just thinking it's okay to take someone else's life at the age of 2, at the age of a month. Like, seriously? And y'all know how I feel. That shit is demonic. That shit is evil to its core. That is somebody that let the devil take them and they didn't look back. I'm sorry, that's just exactly how I feel. That's like somebody that has no good left in them. I look at these cases, on TikTok. I can't remember her name, Lindsay, whatever her name is. She's on trial for murdering her kids. Now everybody's saying her husband was involved. I mean, honey, her husband was involved from day one. You were having sex with a woman and having babies with a woman that was prone to depression after giving birth, and you didn't think that that was going to be a problem? Never mind the fact that now they're saying that he's the one that murdered the children. And I look into those eyes on those TikTok videos and I just see like blank stare, like somebody with no soul, you know? It's just sad to me that people just don't care. People just don't give a shit. Like, yeah, I'll murder my own kid. Yeah, I can move on from that. Then you have no soul. You're run by the devil, you're run by an entity, and you have no soul. Because you're talking about your own blood, something you created with God, and that doesn't matter to you. You could just take it in an instant. Makes no sense to me. Yeah. Stories like that, like they rile the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The woman that was in that hoarding situation, I don't remember where it was. It was south. Was it Kentucky, Alabama, Louisiana? I can't remember. The woman, the man, her man, and their like 17 kids or 15 kids or whatever the hell it was, and they were in that nasty ass house, and all those kids were stuck in one room together, and the authorities found them. And then one of their parents, either his parents or her parents, were there. They were all arrested. Listen, I understand that she was probably abused, right? Like, I get it. She started having kids at a young age when no young woman should be having kids. You should still be playing with your Barbie dolls at the age of 14 and 15. That's just my opinion. You shouldn't be out there having sex. That's just insane to me. Not that I don't know that, right? Like, I had plenty of friends that were having sex at the age of 12. And a couple of years ago, the national average was 13 for a girl. First time having sex. 13. God knows what it is now. 9, 10. I mean, with all the perverted men out there that think that they should have virgins, probably 10, probably 9. I feel for her. I do. I do, because she was abused. And I feel for the mom, that supposedly murdered her 3 kids. But here's the thing. You always have the opportunity to not be what was done to you. And I've talked about this a million times. A million times. How many times was I raped and sexually assaulted? I didn't become a rapist and a sexual assaulter. You know? And I'm not saying I don't understand the pain and the abuse and the cycles and the generational curses, because I do. I wholeheartedly do. But every single person has the opportunity to change that for themselves. Every single person. I'm not saying I have all the answers. I'm just saying there's always 2 sides to every coin. And as a human being, everybody needs to look at everything from equal sides. And when you can't do that, when you're blinded by one allegiance, you really do yourself a disservice. You really do. Anywho, I went off on a tangent. I'm going to let this go. I'm going to let you take from it what you will. Every situation's going to be different. Every person's going to be different. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a fabulous Wednesday. And I will talk to you later. Bye.